Hey guys, it's Tammy here, and I just wanted to come on and talk to you about what is in a word. Welcome back. My name is Tammy, and this is Nurse Minder, and on this channel we do everything nursing. So if you're new here, consider subscribing below so that you get the next video when it's released. Oftentimes when we deal with conflict, we find that it's not so much the meanings of the words. No, I'm sorry, it's not so much the word that we use, my apologies, it's the meaning of the word. And I want to give you an example today to help you understand how word choice is not so much as important as understanding what that word means to each other. Now, one day I was teaching in class, and we were talking about how words can have really vague meanings or be very precise. And one lady had shared with me that she was really upset with her husband because he said he promised her he was going to support her while she went back to school. And so the word I want to just kind of highlight today and share with you is the word support. What does support mean to you? Put yourself in this lady's shoes. They were parents and they had, I believe it was 3 children, and I think 2 were in school, 1 was in daycare, if I remember her situation. So she was taking one bus to take her child to daycare, another bus to take the other kids to school, and then of course, to their school, and then coming to her own school, and then of course there's cleaning, cooking, and stuff like that. So she was sharing how she was super frustrated one day because the husband promised he was going to support her, and she was still doing the house cleaning, she was still doing the grocery shopping, she was still doing the preparing of meals. She was still taking care of the children. And I asked her if she had ever had a conversation with her husband to understand what his definition of support meant. And that caused everybody in the class to kind of pause and go, oh. And a little discussion happened. And when she went home, the next day we had class together, she came back and she shared with everybody that she did have the conversation. And what they found is that they used a term that's very common. Yes, I will support you. Awesome, thank you. I'm going to go forward then. But what they didn't dissect was what does that support look like and how that evolve. So what she learned was that her husband's method or her husband's definition of support was that he would continue to pay financially for everything while she did not work, but that his expectations were that she still maintained her role in the house, and that was taking care of the children and taking care of the meals and cleaning. Had she known that before she started, she would have been able to make a more informed decision, and the conflict in their house, the tensions that were rising, the dissent in their relationship wouldn't have come to the forefront. So my question for you is, what words do you use that are becoming troublesome in relationships? I think back to my days of when I was being bullied and I felt I wasn't being supported. And what I needed there, depending on the day, depending on how far I was in my journey, sometimes what I needed was for someone to tell me, this is the step you take. Other days I needed someone to actually do things for me. And other times I just need someone to listen to me. So when a person says they don't feel supported, have the conversation and ask them, what does support look like for you? I hope that gives you something to reflect on today as you consider the conflict in your life and how you want to de-escalate it and create a more peaceful and connected life.